What's up, folks? Aaron here, and once again, it's Monday vlog time. All right, so biggest thing last week was it was marathon day, and let me tell you, Saturday morning in Fargo dawned cold and raining. It was about 45 degrees, raining. I mean, I've seen worse rain, heavier rain, but this was pretty bad. Just not really what you'd call running weather, but, can't really call off a marathon because of a little rain, so 7 a.m., off we went. I'd like to say that I followed my race plan perfectly, pushed through the wall, everything went perfectly smoothly, and I finished right at my target time, or maybe even a little better than my target time. Well, that's what I'd like to say. It's not what actually happened. What actually happened was I did pretty good for about 19 miles, and then the massive blisters on my feet from my wet shoes, and the fact that I wasn't quite as physically prepared as I thought I was finally got to me. And I dropped pretty significantly from my target pace for the last 6 or 7 miles. Now, that said, I did finish, so I did earn this. Yes, this is a fairly large finisher's medal that the Fargo Marathon had this year. This is a hefty piece of hardware, and I like it. Here's the thing, I'm not a big fan of participation trophies. The thing is, I don't really feel like this is a participation trophy. I know I said this about the half marathon medal last year. People don't all finish half marathons, and especially full marathons. People don't always finish. You get medicaled out. Some people just quit. I mean, finishing it takes effort. I'll be honest. At least for Fargo, there was a medical station at the 21-mile mark, and you could medically drop out there at 21 miles. And I got to that. I was walking. My feet hurt like crazy. My legs were exhausted. I was cold. I was wet. The wind was blowing. I was miserable. And I thought real hard about, just pulling out right there. The weather sucks, and let's just give this another go at another marathon. I'm already planning to do the Sioux Falls Marathon in September. Hope the weather's better. Just do more training in the meantime and hope to make it work. But you know what? I didn't. Kept going. And I'm glad I did. I didn't have a good medical reason to actually drop out. I was just miserable, and it sucked. You know what? Everybody else on the field that day was in the same boat I was, and most people gutted it out and finished. A lot of people faster than me who basically said the same thing, who'd done other marathons, which was, you know what? Some courses, some days, a finish is all you can ask for. That was what Fargo was. But you know what? Again, I finished. I feel good. And I'm already planning the next one. So now I have a baseline goal, right? 5 hours, 17 minutes is my new best marathon time. Next goal is to get faster. So now I am officially a marathoner. Cool. The other interesting thing, though, was that I did the marathon on my wedding anniversary. My wife was incredibly gracious to allow me to go do this on our anniversary, leaving her to wrangle the kids at the hotel and, get everybody everywhere. I kind of joke, you know, I, I I was up before 5 a.m. to go walk in the rain to get on a bus to take me to the Fargo Dome to go run in the cold and the rain. They got up, had a nice leisurely breakfast, checked out of the hotel at like 10 o'clock, drove, and were in line in plenty of time to be inside to see me and high five me, which was really cool. Um, but yeah, it's tough. I dumped a bunch of stuff in her lap, and the thing about marathons, especially when you're trying to train for marathons, and you are married and you have kids, she's been incredibly gracious and tolerant over this whole experience. That, as my running has gone from just something I do a couple hours a week to something that takes up 10, 12 hours a week and sometimes requires special dietary restrictions. Now I'm asking, hey, let's drive 3 hours to go to this marathon this weekend. Yeah, what a great way to spend the weekend. Anyway, so I could not do this without her support. Um, and again, the fact that she allowed me to do this on our anniversary, I'm incredibly grateful for. I had a lot of time on the course, obviously, 5 hours, to kind of think about ways that marathons and marriage are kind of alike. So, I feel like for you unmarried folks out there are some good lessons that you can apply to life from this as you think about getting married. One of them, the biggest one being, you know what? You choose your spouse, you choose your race in a marathon, but you don't have control over everything that happens. Fargo is a great race. It's a great flat course. As marathons go, I'm not going to say easy because there's no such thing as an easy marathon, but as marathon courses go, it's not the challenge that some other marathons are. Everyone says it's a good first marathon, except when it's 45 degrees and raining. What are you going to do? uh, I can't control the weather, so sometimes you make your best plan, and stuff happens, and you just got to gut it out. Sometimes, whether that's some issues in marriage, or whether it's, you're on a course and it's mile 22 and everything sucks, you just keep going and you do get through it. My wife and I have certainly had our share of rough patches over 17 years, but we always have shared a commitment to get through it together. And again, there are fun spots in a marathon. First couple miles, you feel good, people are cheering for you, it's fun. Yeah, it's great. You're like, oh man, this is gonna be so fun. Yeah, my shoes are a little wet, but I could just. And the end of the marathon is great. You come in, people are cheering, you're high fiving people down the finish chute. It's great. And then you get to eat food and drink free beer. I love that part. So, as long as you're upright, heck, crawl across the finish line if you have to, but finish. You just, yeah, there's a lot of lessons there about perseverance is kind of what I'm getting at. So, it was quite a week. not going to lie, I'm looking forward to the fact that I don't have to run again until Thursday. My post-marathon recovery plan, it says I get to rest for a few extra days and eat a lot of carbs. I'm going to enjoy resting for a couple of extra days and eating a lot of carbs. But come Thursday, I'll be jogging a little quick 2-miler, and so the cycle will begin anew. And back into training, because September's going to be here before I know it, and I want to be faster. So, all right, that's what I got. I hope everyone has a great week, and I hope that everyone has good plans for Memorial Day. All right, I'll talk to you next week. Bye now.